Hey, family, again, welcome to YHUH Commonwealth Ministries, where we are a Bible teaching ministry, line upon line, precept upon precept. Here a little and there a little to get the understanding of the Codex Ruach. Hey, what I want to read today, family, is out of the book of the Apocrypha, right? I got an Apocrypha here. Let's turn to the second book of Ezrayah, the prophet. Shalom to the prophet Ezrayah, right? The 12th chapter, I'm going to pick this up at verse 30, okay? Pay attention to what this is actually saying. I want you to get your mind out of the mindset that the Messiah who does the will of YaHUaH had a pre-existence, right? That's not the secret of YaHUaH, family. So now when you say these things, you bring forth different information of unrighteousness, doctrine that is not sound because you believe in some other fairy tale. Let's read scriptures. So out of this book, because we can qualify with other precepts of scriptures in other books. But right now, I need to read this. This is important, right? So again, I'm going to start at verse 30. We're in the second book of Ezrayah the prophet. Shalom to the prophet Ezrayah. He's in a vision. He's not like you think with Enoch, that because Enoch was in the vision with all the things that he saw and wrote down also. We got to understand that it is a vision of what the prophets were seeing, right? The holy men of YaHUaH. And they had to be tested, tried, and purified in the fact also. So, right to it says here, it is these that the Most High, talk about YaHUaH, the Most High, not a God, not a Lord, not an El, but the true one creator who is a spirit, whose name is YaHUaH. Stop playing with that Most High stuff and not identifying who the Most High is first and foremost. So, hey, it is these that the Most High YaHUaH has kept for the eagle's end. What's the eagle? The eagle is let's just say it's God, Satan, the devil. It is the man of perdition. It is 666. It is that doctrine that's in the earth still today. 666 represents the shortcoming of the fulfillment of the kingdom of wickedness of God, Satan, the devil. So the eagle, his organization, his government represents 666. 666 is anti-YaHUaH. 666 is anti-YaHUSH. 666 is anti-Torah. Everything that we worship in the earth today is based on 666 if you don't have the knowledge to purify scriptures, right? So, hey, he says that it is these that the Most High has kept for the eagle's end. Whose end? The authority of God, Satan, the devil, who is a tree of the knowledge of righteousness and evil, who looks to continue to contaminate your process of righteousness before YaHUaH to be destroyed with him. For their reign was short and full of disturbance, as you saw. Remember, understand, family, Ezrayah is in a vision of prophecy, right? He's given enlightened, eternal information for the sons of men, especially coming from the house of YaHUaH, first and foremost, to be able to receive this information, right? He says that, and as for the lion that you saw, roused, roaring out of the forest, and speaking to the eagle and rebuking him for his wickedness and all the words that you have heard, he is the anointed one. Hamashiach. What does that mean? How do we translate Hamashiach? The Masha, the anointed Ak, brother. Hamashiach, the anointed brother is what that is. Maaseiah, the work of YaHUaH, right? So, if you want to say Messiah, the anointed one, then just stick with your Christianity and click me off because you are disturbed with the doctrine of 666 in the earth and you're not paying attention to the mouth of the prophet. Shalom to the prophet Ezrayah. He says, he is the anointed one. How do we know and where did he come from? He says, whom the Most High YaHUaH has kept until the end of days. Kept where? Kept in the vision of the knowledge of the prophecy that eventually there's going to be a Messiah. There's going to be a Hamashiach. There's going to be the son of YaHUaH. We all are the sons of YaHUaH who are led by the law of YaHUaH. And if you don't be led by the law of YaHUaH, then you cannot be the son of YaHUaH. Flat out, fam. Right? So he says that he is the anointed one. He is the Messiah, whom the Most High YaHUaH has kept until the end of the days, who will spring from the prosperity of Daud and come and talk with them. Talk with who? Talk with his people. Yashara'ah, right? At the time where the kingdom is split into 2 nations and the 10 tribes are gone into Assyria, and the southern kingdom, YaHUaH, was left standing just long enough for the Messiah to come and talk with you, to restore the information unto you of Torah of YaHUaH in his name, family. But we want to worship the gods of the nations, the Els of the people, the Elohims of the planets, right? Fix your house, family. It's important. Trust me, it's important. He says that, and he shall talk with them. He will charge them with their unrighteousness and rebuke them of their wickedness and reproach them to their face with their transgression. He's going to come right to you, step to you, nose to nose, and say, you out of pocket. You bogus. You didn't serve YaHUaH, and it's too late now. Because when you had an opportunity to serve YaHUaH, you found every reason not to serve YaHUaH because you love your father, Satan the devil. Simple as that. Because he says, YaHUshua says that you are of your father, the devil, who is a liar and a murderer from the beginning. Hey, you better read and understand, right? Come out of all this traditional teaching, right? But he says, hey, he's going to talk to you face to face about your transgressions, right? Verse 33, for first he will set them alive before his judgment seat, right? So after the resurrection, when all things are going to be said and done for this world of Adams, prepare for the second Adams to restoration, hey, the judgment seat is going to be set, and you're going to have to stand before him, fam. If you are unrighteous, please don't be unrighteous. Get your house in order. Read the scriptures. Get rid of traditional doctrines of religion and all that crap. Read the scriptures for the scriptures, man. He says that, and when he has rebuked them, he will destroy them. How? Hey, step to the left, lake of fire. Prepare for the devil and her angels, right? Lake of fire, prepare for God, Satan, Lucifer, the devil, the dragon, the serpent. It was never meant for Adam's creation, man. But, hey, because you want to follow after Satan, your Lord of heaven, and his son, the son of Amen Ra, basically, do you 100, fam. Do you 100. But how do we know? He's going to destroy them. He says, hey, but my people who remain he will mercifully set free, who remain in my borders, and they will make them glad to the end, until the end comes. The day of judgment is the day when all things are done, because we're waiting for that new day, the 8th day, which is what the Feast of Tabernacle is all about. The first day of Tabernacle, and then the new day of the 8th day of Tabernacle, family. So we gotta get this secret. We gotta get this mystery together. We gotta get this vision, this prophecy of understanding together, right? So the day of judgment, of which I told you at the beginning, this is the dream or the vision, right? This is the dream that you had, Ezrayah. That's who we read, talking to about Ezrayah the prophet. Shalom to the prophet, right? He says that this is the dream that you had, and this is its meaning. But you alone were worthy to know the secrets of the Most High YaHUaH. Hey, this one man was worthy. There have been plenty of men throughout the generations that have been worthy to get information from YaHUaH. But he going to try your heart. He going to prove you. That's what he going to do. So he can correct you. Go look at the prophet Zechariah, Shalom to the prophet Zechariah, how Satan stood at his right hand to resist him, but YaHUaH said, hey, touch his lips and change his garments because he's a brand plucked out of the fire. Are we reading scriptures at all, or are we just making assumptions? We got to make sure we understand what we're dealing with, family, right? So he says that, but you alone were worthy to know the secrets of the Most High YaHUaH. So write all that you have seen in a book. Books of scriptures, basically, right? Put it in a secret place and teach them to the wise among your people. I'm talking to the wise among my people. I'm talking to the children of Abraham, Isaac, YaHUaH, the sons of YaHUaH, those who are wise among my people, among the house of Yasharah. I also am talking to you about the prophecy of the prophet Zechariah. Ezrayah, right? Well, both of them. Anyway, go back and read the prophet Zechariah. A lot of information that no one understands because it has not been revealed unto them. But I'm doing my best because I have been given opportunity, praise YaHUaH, through the knowledge of my Kodesh, Ruach within me, to understand what is going on. And I have to share the information, right? At least with my people, right? He says, whose heart, my people, here's what he said, whose heart can receive and keep these secrets, to keep and manage this understanding, to keep and manage this understanding of this prophecy of the Messiah or the Hamashiach, or the anointed one, Yahushua, when he comes back. Because his first coming wasn't about trying to judge you. That was to prepare you for the end times, to wake your knowledge up about unrighteousness in 666, capability of people who serve in 666 in the earth. The false God, or the God Satan, his beastly king, and his false prophet who continue to damage scriptures, the word of Yahuwah, right? So now, he says, you got to write this in the book. He says, and put it in a secret place and teach them to the wise among your people, whose heart can receive and keep these secrets of this understanding. But you must stay here 7 days more, Ezrayah. Why? So that you may be shown whether it please Yahuwah the Most High to show you this information. So you sit still for 7 more days, dude, and let Yahuwah prove you in your heart to make sure that you understand the vision of the prophecy pertaining to the Messiah, Yahushua, when he comes back at his second coming to be the high priest, to set forth the judgment seat of Yahuwah. I think you can go into, 1 Corinthians 5, in verse 10 or 11, it says that we all must appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua. Amen. This is how I know that I'm reading some scriptures, because it lines up with other precepts and scriptures. So, fam, thank you for allowing me to share my information with you. I hope my information is enlightening and it helps you become better students of scriptures in studying scriptures. Let's make sure that we deal with scriptures and not with Fantasy Island. Okay, let's deal with the truth of the Creator, Yahuwah, and let's stop dealing with 666, the doctrines of God, Satan, the devils, demons, and dragons, family. As always, thank you, HalaluYAH in Yahushua's name, our ordained King and priest in the heavens and the earth, to redeem and reconcile us back to Father Yahuwah. Family, please study. If this information is helpful, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, and go tell somebody about the vision and the truth of the Creator, Yahuwah. Shalom, shalom, family. Hallelujah.